Always tracking, always alerting. Storm Team 8.
Well, it's been a relatively quiet evening across West Michigan outside of that severe thunderstorm warning that we saw earlier tonight in parts of Calhoun and Kalamazoo counties. Let's take you out to the Ford Airport. It was pretty easy to see it right before sunset. Now that the sun has gone down, a bit more difficult, but we do have some wildfire smoke that's hanging around. In the airport, it's recording a visibility of 7 miles at last check, which means that some of the smoke is mixing down toward the surface. And although not having a significant impact, it is reducing visibility. 7 miles in Grand Rapids, 4 miles in Muskegon, 7 miles in places like Oscoda, Saginaw, Flint, 6 miles in Alpena, 4 miles in Gaylord. So smoke is having an impact across lower Michigan. In fact, if we look at the Gaylord, or the fire near Grayling, rather, I-75 just opened back up. You can see the fire just to the east of there. Thankfully, winds are relaxing there overnight tonight, but we do have a lot of wildfire smoke that's coming in from Quebec, Canada, from the northeast, which is pretty unusual, and that's what's giving us the hazy skies tonight. If we time out that smoke, you can see the majority of it pushes through into tomorrow morning. Now, we'll likely see a little haze hang around during the day on Sunday, but the most dense smoke is going to be out of here by that time. Fire weather watch in place for tomorrow, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. We are expecting winds to pick up, humidity to drop, and with dry vegetation, wildfire is certainly a concern. In fact, dew points will be down into the upper 20s to low 30s for many locations in West Michigan, and wind gusts could approach 20 miles per hour, which is really all it takes to get wildfires spreading very quickly, again, on top of the dry vegetation. Speaking of dry, Storm Track Live shows no showers or storms anymore. A few spots picked up on rain, especially towards Battle Creek and north of Muskegon. However, not nearly enough. We've only seen 15% of our average rainfall over the last 30 days, just 7% in Mount Pleasant and Ludington. We desperately need a soaking rain, and we don't have any in the forecast. As of midnight, we'll be tied for our second driest streak on record, and we'll likely make it through midnight tomorrow without seeing any rain. That will put us firmly in second position in only 6 days off of the record. So a pretty remarkable stretch of weather here in Grand Rapids and West Michigan with, again, very little rain in sight over the next week. Well, speaking of unusual, Muskegon broke a temperature record for the 5th straight day, reaching 93 degrees this afternoon. Muskegon right now is 76, 77 in Kalamazoo, 71 in Grand Rapids. Your 8-day forecast shows low 80s for tomorrow. We're done with the 90s, at least for now. Back up to the mid-80s by Monday, but another cold front comes through, down to the upper 70s through the middle of the week, so we'll call it pleasant. And our next chance of any rain showers doesn't even arrive until Saturday, so the dry weather continues for us here in West Michigan.
Yeah, it sure has been hot and dry, so luckily we're not in the 90s. Get a little bit of relief this week.
Yeah, well, in the temperature department, we just need some rain. Hopefully we can get it soon.
Yeah, I hope so too. Thank you, Blake.